Good evening and South, your one-stop destination for all the top news stories from South India with me, T.S. Sudhir. Our top focus on Up South this Friday evening is the Narendra Modi-Jayalalithaa meeting in Chennai. But we also have an interesting special report coming from Kanchipuram on National Handloom Day. Our top story is a hot political story from Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Jayalalithaa seems to have hit two birds with one stone by going to the airport to receive Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who was in Chennai to inaugurate the National Handloom Day. First, she rubbished all the rumours about her ill health by going to the airport and making a public appearance. And of course, the bonhomie at the airport, followed by a luncheon meeting at her Poise Garden residence, set the cat among the pigeons in the opposition ranks, with everyone wondering what's cooking. On the official menu was Jayalalitha's long list of demands running into 21 pages. They include opposition to the GST bill, lifting of ban on Jallikattu, CISF protection for Mullaperiyar Dam, constituting Kaveri Water Management Board, and concerns over Sri Lankan Tamil issue. But many see the Narendra Modi-Jayalalithaa chemistry as laying the foundation of a possible electoral equation between the BJP and the AIADMK before the 2016 Assembly elections, should the need arise.
This meet, as for ADMK, it's only for the people's issue. Normally, Modi is a very good friend of Amma, that everybody knows. Many times, even when he was a Chief Minister, when he comes to Tamil Nadu, he used to come to Poise Garden, have a lunch and all. This time he is a Prime Minister. Amma went straight away, received him. Then he came home. I don't think so any politics in this. This is a meeting between a state of Tamil Nadu and the government of India.
Joining me from our Chennai studio is senior journalist R. Mani to help us understand what's really cooking between the BJP and the AIADMK. Mr. Mani, we do know that it would have been a sumptuous vegetarian fare. We do not know whether Narendra Modi is very fond of sweets, but do you think after this meeting there will be a lot of sweetness in the air between the BJP and the AIADMK?
No, I don't think so. The issues, we cannot, say what has cooked up in the meeting. But of course, it is a very important political event as far as the state politics is concerned. Ever since Jayalalithaa took over office on May 23rd after getting acquitted in the Karnataka High Court, this is a watershed in her political life. But these 21 demands she has submitted to the Prime Minister and other things, I don't think they are the genuine reasons for the meeting. There are something we have to look out beyond this meeting. Maybe Modi is enlisting the support of the 37 plus 11, 48 MP support for the GST and other things. We don't know what is Jayalalitha's demands are concerned. So, given the background of the ADMK leadership in the past, during the relationship with the BJP government in the 98-99, you cannot, predict anything in the coming months.
Okay, you say that it's going to be pretty unpredictable, but as C.R. Saraswati, the AIADMK spokesperson, was also pointing out, Narendra Modi and Jayalalithaa share a personal equation, a personal friendship. Do you see this chemistry extending into the political electoral arena ahead of the 2016 elections, should the need arise? Because the Tamil Nadu voters have a penchant for actually voting out the ruling party every 5 years. Now that would definitely be on Jayalalitha's mind, even though the general impression now is that she has the upper hand.
No, I don't think so. See, Jayalalithaa being a tough political leader will not accommodate BJP easily. See, the chemistry in Tamil Nadu politics is totally different. Anybody who joins with BJP will have to pay a very heavy price for it. Moreover, you see, after Prime Minister Chandrasekhar visited Jayalalithaa in 1990 December, this is the first Prime Minister who is visiting the leader of Chief Minister's residence. That's what I am saying. See, I don't see that electoral understandings are on the table. There are something more than that which would have transpired, and over the coming months we will know those things.
Right. So you're saying that he's the second Prime Minister after Chandrasekhar to visit Jayalalithaa at her residence. So in that sense, breaking of protocol, if you may call it, what do you essentially read into this? What's the message that Narendra Modi is trying to send out by visiting Jayalalithaa at her residence?
I think more than the ADMK, the BJP needs ADMK. That's the message the Prime Minister is sending. See, given the character of the Prime Minister today, he won't visit anybody's house easily. Moreover, protocol, generally doesn't permit all these things. There is no bar. But a sitting Prime Minister visiting a Chief Minister's residence is not that much easy one. So you can safely say that the stakes are very high for the BJP more than the ADMK.
Right. Right. Mr. Mani, thanks a lot for joining us on Up South and putting this development in Chennai today in perspective. Now, staying with news from Chennai, just days after the centre banned child porn sites, a 19-year-old diploma holder from Pollachi in Coimbatore district of Tamil Nadu has been arrested by the CID. The person, whose name is Manikanda Prabhu, had created a page on Facebook with pictures of young girls and sexually explicit comments. An NGO had filed a complaint with the police. After the case was registered, the Facebook page was removed, but tracing the IP address through which the page was created led the CBCID team to a cell phone used from a village near Pollachi. And incriminating material evidence like cell phone and SIM cards were also seized from the accused. He was brought to Chennai and has been remanded to judicial custody. Joining me now is my colleague Shisha Reddy, who has been tracking that story. Shisha, this is not the first case that we are reporting on Up South on India Today. Now, the fact that over 3,000 people have visited this page, posted sexually explicit comments, makes this an extremely disturbing trend. Is that the way the police and the NGOs who are involved with this also looking at it?
Well, exactly right, Sudhir, because this is not just one kind of a case. You know, as you pointed out, there was a case in the month of May where a person who was, in Tirupati was operating, this kind of website. And in fact, two particular pages were brought down after a complaint was filed. And in fact, subsequently, he was arrested. And this is the second case in less than 6 months' time. So this itself shows that, how there are a lot of cases that are coming up. And again, as we've been talking to child rights activists on this particular story, it's not just, one or two pages that have been cropping up. There are several pages on Facebook, which is quite alarming, because when people try to operate it in a closed group, it's very difficult for anybody, in fact, to get into the details of what exactly those people, those perpetrators are, in fact, discussing about. So this was an open group. So people, the NGO, in fact, they were able to file a complaint and this group was brought down. So what if there is a closed group? So yes, there needs to be a much more, awareness about, such kind of pages to especially children, and also their parents, because they keep putting pictures of their young children on social networking sites, and, their pictures can land up in, such sites. So there has to be some sort of awareness that has to be brought in, and the police are also formed special teams, in fact, to bring down such cases, Sudhir.
Right, Shisha. What I find most disturbing is that this person is a diploma holder, is an educated person, and yet he was indulging in this absolutely illegal activity. Shisha Reddy, thanks a lot for joining us there from Chennai. Now, how many times have we seen young infants dozing off in a woman's arms at traffic intersections as they beg for alms? That's the state in many cities of India, including Bengaluru. But the Bengaluru police, along with NGOs, launched an Operation Smile campaign and rescued more than 160 children. 25 of them were infants, and the effort is now to rehabilitate them. Pratibha Raman sent us this report.
It was by no means an easy operation, but at stake was to give back these heavily sedated infants their smile. The day-long effort titled Operation Smile rescued 164 children from the begging racket. 25 of the children were infants.
In this particular juncture, further the police department will identify the real parents of the infant and children. That role will be played by the police department.
70 police teams and 10 NGOs planned this operation for 3 months. Women inspectors in plain clothes led the operation, with vehicles shifting those rescued to juvenile homes.
The police as well as the NGOs will now begin to question both the adults and the children. Considering that of the children rescued, only 15% were locals, needle of suspicion now begins to point towards trafficking. In fact, most of the infants who were rescued were found sedated.
Many of these kids sleeping for more than 3-4 hours. We have people who have been watching these kids. NGOs have been requested, those who are part of this operation, to help in this process and to ensure that the home studies and the future of the kids, that is what is important.
But this is only the first step of the operation. The bigger challenge is to nab those who control the beggar network and ensure they do not induct new people to beg on the streets of Bengaluru. With Pratibha Raman in Bengaluru, Bureau Report, India Today.
News now from Kerala. A magazine brought out by students of a college in Thrissur district has been stopped because it was allegedly showing Prime Minister Narendra Modi in a bad light. The student magazine of Maharaja's Technical Institute was brought out by the Students' Union, which is led by the Students' Federation of India. An article in the magazine, Puram Modi, allegedly had adverse remarks about Modi, and the press authorities noticed it after they had printed hundreds of copies and were almost about to hand it over. The college authorities had refused permission to this magazine 4 times before. The students went ahead to print the same with the fund raised by themselves this time. Last year also, the Sri Krishna College in Guruvayur and Government Polytechnic College in Kulam had faced legal action for publishing objectionable language against Modi and portraying the Prime Minister in a negative manner.
പ്രധാനമന്ത്രി എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് നമ്മുടെ ഇന്ത്യയുടെ പ്രധാനമന്ത്രിയാണ്. ഭരണഘടന അനുസരിച്ച് ഏറ്റവും വലിയ ഉന്നത പദവി അനുസരിക്കുന്ന ആളാണ്. അദ്ദേഹത്തെക്കുറിച്ച് മാത്രമല്ല, ഇന്ത്യയിലെ ഒരു പൗരനെ കുറിച്ചും മോശമായ രീതിയിൽ പരാമർശിക്കുന്ന ലേഖനങ്ങളോ അച്ചടിക്കാൻ ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് പാടില്ല.
നരേന്ദ്രമോദിയുടെ ഈ ഗൂഗിളിലുള്ള ചിത്രം നമ്മൾ അതേപടി ഇതിൽ അച്ചടിച്ച് ഉൾപ്പെടുത്തി എന്നതിൻ്റെ പേര് പറഞ്ഞുകൊണ്ട് ഈ മാഗസിൻ അച്ചടിച്ച് തരാനായിട്ട് ഇവിടുത്തെ പ്രസ്സുകാർ തയ്യാറായിട്ടില്ല. ആ ഒരു പ്രശ്നം മാത്രമാണ് ഇവിടെ നിലനിൽക്കുന്നത്. അല്ലാതെ നരേന്ദ്രമോദിയെ നേരിട്ട് വിമർശിക്കുകയോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ വേറെ രീതിയിൽ കരുതഴിച്ച് കാണിക്കാനോ ഇവിടുത്തെ വിദ്യാർത്ഥികളും ഈ മാഗസിൻ കമ്മിറ്റിയും ഒരു തരത്തിലും ശ്രദ്ധിച്ചിട്ടില്ല എന്നുള്ളത് ശ്രദ്ധേയമാണ്.
We cut across to Revati Rajivan, my colleague who joins me from Thiruvananthapuram. Revati, is there any action being considered against who are responsible for publishing this kind of hate content?
Well, the police has not taken any action so far, but the college and printing authorities are firm on their decision. This magazine actually should have been brought out before March this year, but so far the students have not been able to receive permission from the college, the principal, without which the printing press will not go ahead with printing them. Now, although there is no online version of this magazine, it is possible that one could just put out a copy of this on the social media. So, even though the copies are withheld by the press, it does not mean that it is completely destroyed.
We were reporting Prime Minister Narendra Modi was in Chennai today to inaugurate the National Handloom Day, and that comes as an impetus to the silk weavers of Kanchipuram, a town in Tamil Nadu. My colleague Shisha Reddy travelled to Kanchipuram for this special report.
For 29-year-old Mohan, weaving is life. A class 12th dropout, he makes 10,000 rupees, much less than his siblings who practice other vocations. But emotionally attached to weaving, Mohan believes the tradition should be kept alive. The National Handloom Day initiative will help in that, he says.
சின்னமாக நெசவு தொழில், அதாவது பட்டு நெசவு தொழில் விளங்குகிறது. விவசாயத்துக்கு அப்புறம் நெசவு தொழில் தான் வந்து தமிழ்நாட்டின், அதாவது இந்தியாவின் பாரம்பரிய தொழிலாக இருந்துருது. இப்போ இந்த நெசவு தொழில் வந்து நலிவடைஞ்சிட்ருக்கு. இதில் வந்து சில தொழிலாளர்கள் வெளியே வேலைக்கு போயிடுறாங்க. இந்த தொழில் வந்து இப்போ இது வந்து ரொம்ப நலிவடைஞ்ச நிலையில் இருக்குது.
Handloom weaving provides employment to at least 43 lakh weavers, besides indirectly benefiting 1 crore people. The sector is also responsible for 15% of cloth production in the country. 95% of the world's hand-woven fabric comes from India.
சாரியில் வச்சு விற்றா நல்லா இருக்கும். அது வந்து மோடி பண்ணணும், பண்ணாதான் எங்களுக்கு நல்லா இருக்கும். தறி தொழில் வந்து குறையாம இருக்கணும்னா அதுதான் வழி, வேறு வழி கிடையாது.
The private players in Kanchipuram believe that the India Handloom Brand Initiative will put Kanchipuram on the global map, thereby increasing the market power of Tamil Nadu's silk hub. This will also put an end to the fake zaris that have been penetrating the market.
இப்போ 5000 ரூபாய் உள்ள மதிப்புள்ள புடவை 5000 ரூபாய்க்கு போயிடுது. ஆனால் இந்த பிராண்டட்னால 5000 ரூபாய் பொருள் 1000 ரூபாய் எடுக்கிறவங்க கூட 5000 ரூபாய் பொருள் வாங்கிட்டு போவாங்க. அதனால் மக்களுக்கு வந்து தேவையில்லாமல் ஒரு பொருள் வந்து விலை கூட்டி விற்கிறதுன்றது குறையும்னு எதிர்பார்க்குறோம்.
The Cooperative Society of Tamil Nadu is in huge debt. Amongst the 450 cooperatives, only a few are operational. Weavers blame it on the policies and lack of initiatives by the state government to attract buyers.
All that glitters is not gold, especially here at the Silk Hub. Despite a lot of awareness, weavers here continue to compete in a market inundated with fakes. They hope Modi's handloom initiative will provide quality assurance to buyers and give much needed relief to these viewers, thereby helping the cooperatives that are already failing due to lack of advertisements. With camera person Daniel Kanakarat, Srisha Reddy in Kanchipuram for India Today.
That's it then on Up South this Friday evening. News and updates will continue on India Today. Thanks for watching.